Hey everybody, this is your buddy So-So slash Sohaib slash Logan Tapaza. I'm coming at you today with a very special broadcast. I'm at Cracker Barrel up in Lady Lake, which if you know anything about the villages, that's out in the middle of, well, it's actually not in the middle of nowhere. It's like in the middle of 9 consecutive gigantic shopping plazas, but it's at the northern far end of the villages is what I meant to say. And it's only Cracker Barrel, really near to where I live, even remotely, and I happen to be up in the area for reasons I will go into once I start eating this delicious food. Let me push my seat back a bit. Oh my god, this is gonna be PTSD to the reason I'm up here to begin with, which I will get into once I have cracked the lid. So I got the Mama's pancake breakfast, which I'm not sure why they put the, well, also I got blueberry syrup, not the regular syrup, but it looks like they just gave me a regular syrup. That's fine, I'll live with it. I'll take it out and put it over here where it cannot be used. And it's surprising is that these bottles are actually a glass bottle. And also, I'm surprised that there are like 3 of them. Now here's the $1 million question. Did I get napkins? I got napkins. So we're off to a good start. Okay. I'm getting my contains dustless black pepper. Dustless black pepper, everybody. That's what it contains. Also contains a fork, which I will use to consume my breakfast. A knife, which I will also use to consume my breakfast. And the requisite napkinitos and salt, which I'm not gonna really make use of the salt. It's a beautiful morning, or as they like to say, it's a beautiful day here in the villages. Today it actually is beautiful because the high is 72. Well, the current temperature is 72 degrees. They're my pancakes, and part of my plastic wrapper. I also got an order of Le Legendary Peach Cobbler, which definitely looks different than I remember it. It looks like they've changed up the recipe and they no longer, what did they do before? It was like a piece of pie crust with magma, or, I don't know, is magma the right word? Magma? Peach filling magma before. Now it appears to be at the, like, use some kind of like almost like a sugary cracker. Anyway, I've got no time to waste, as you can see. I've been awake since, well, oops, shit. Oops. I've been awake for quite a while, and I want to get home and sleep. I have an event this evening that I want to have at least some degree of sleep for anyway. Scrambled egg. This is an egg. This is a sausage. How many eggs? Who can say? What kind of sausage? Who can say? Well, it's actually chicken. Spicy chicken. Spicy chicken sausage. So there's the spice. Whoops, I guess you can't see that. But there's the spice, as indicated by the red portion of the link. That's a spicy sausage alinke. What I'm strongly thinking I should do is refrain from consuming all of the savory things, because once I started those pancakes, I'm going to be wanting something salty, you know, the way of things. So what I was gonna do is set my little platter up there. I already did it actually, but now here is what we've all been waiting for. Pancakes. Pancakes ricos. Ricos y sustantivos. Historically, I have kind of eaten these suckers plain, without any interference from, oh, whoa, haha, look at that. Without much interference from butter or syrup, but I have changed my philosophy on life as of late, and I now think that butter and a little bit, not much compared to what they give you. They give you 3 bottles. I'll probably use like at most a quarter of 1 bottle. And some people looking over here. Okay. At most a quarter of 1 bottle. And I'll that's hair over there. Who cares? It's hair. But as you can see, the syrup application will be pretty light, and because I use pure natural syrup, it's not thick and viscous like other syrups. It's just kind of free. So I'll just splash some like they do it in Morocco, baby. Like they do it in Morocco, baby. And drop it from up high, eh? And if I'm looking for a way to reconcile having any syrup, I'll just tell myself that the number of syrup-drenched Greek desserts I've consumed in my life without much repercussion, this will probably not be very different from that. So, that all said, well, let's dig in. One thing I neglected to mention, oops, frick. I'll come back to that later, I guess. Is the whole reason that I'm up here in Lady Lake. Whole reason I'm here in Lady Lake is because your boy got an MRE, not an MRI. That would be too normal for me. It's an MRE. It's very similar to an MRI. The only difference is that there's an E at the end. No, the actual difference is that it looks for damage, I think. It's done with the same machinery. I could detect no difference whatsoever from what I thought an MRI was and MRE was. As it was happening and as it was being explained to me, I was like, this seems identical to an MRI. I think it more or less is. Anyway, I was treated to the middle of the first act and second act of Driving Miss Daisy, the 1989 film. While I was waiting for the appointment, filled out a lot of paperwork, got distracted because of the movie. Then I was taken and changed. Then I was taken to the back. Oh, okay. Good to see our tax dollars at work, ain't it? Little critters starting to line up on my windshield. Anyway, you know what it looks like. I know what it looks like. They prop your feet up. The two guys who helped me out, David, who is somewhat new, but not young, Miguel, I guess was more experienced. Very friendly guys, cracking jokes nonstop, told me not to shit and piss on the examination table. Thanked me for being thin. Said I was the youngest patient they've ever dealt with, at least here in the villages. This is like a game of memory, dude. Oh, I guess you can't tell. I can't remember exactly which bottle I opened first. Uh-oh. He's coming back! He probably hates that I parked right up against his turf. I'm sorry, man. Anyway, it's pretty. They give you headphones and then you descend. It's like you're going up in a way, like you're going up into some kind of a sleeper capsule or a spaceship, a little anemic spaceship. And then you're just there and you're staring at space. These headphones, and they put a special thing because they were looking at my liver, and they're like, well, this thing's gonna start to buzz. I could have literally parked anywhere else in this entire lot. Anyway, so it was like a kind of like a classic 20th century electronic music thing. Breathe, please breathe in. Breathe out. Hold your breath. But unlike with other places where they tell you to breathe in and breathe out, motherfucker. Oh no, he went back out. they really don't give you any time to recalibrate after you're told to breathe in. It's like, breathe in, breathe out, hold your breath. And I'm like, so. He is officially just sitting there, not doing anything. Anyway, I found the experience to be kind of relaxing. When I closed my eyes, I've been awake for a long time, so maybe that has something to do with it. I was staring into the whiteness, kind of feeling very isolated. I had this kind of image in my he was taking a selfie. Anyway, I felt very isolated. I was joking around with the David, and the Miguel, and then when I rolled up into the tube, all of a sudden I felt myself go like completely blank, like I was isolated from the rest of the world. It didn't matter what look was on my face or what was going through my mind. I was there. I was empty and hollow but filled. I started having visions of like certain animals, but that was stuff I willed. Certain people, images just came to my mind and went out. And then about 60% of the way through, that's when it started to become a bit more interesting. My chest thing started vibrating at different speeds. The beeping tests became a bit more repetitive. That kind of a thing. And then I'm not sure what it was doing, but there were the parts where it would say, breathe in, breathe out, hold your breath, and then it would be exactly 15 beeps, like meh, 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 and I counted to 15 so that I like knew how long I had to hold my breath for. But then there were parts where it didn't ask me to do anything, and would just start going meh, meh, meh. Sometimes that would last like a minute and a half, and I was like, okay, I guess I can breathe through that. Anyway, it felt like I was just in some kind of an art installation. That would actually be kind of cool. But I rolled out, and the guy was like, well, how'd that go? And I was like, I felt like I was in school again. I'm sure that meant absolutely nothing to him. Overall, I'm not claustrophobic. this has been confirmed. And I went back out. Unfortunately, I missed the epic climax of driving Miss Daisy. But nothing went wrong. I just sat up. I felt a bit dizzy while I was wobbling out of the place, and it was kind of weird. I just went through the door to the waiting room. I saw the woman who checked me in, or at least who gave me the paperwork, and she didn't say anything to me. I didn't say anything to her. I just stumbled out into the harsh daylight. Now here I am. Here I fucking am. Well, not as I predicted. I didn't end up needing the eggs or sausage to keep my pancake consumption ventures afloat. You know, just to clear up any ambiguity, anytime I look at the camera, I'm not actually looking at you. I'm just looking at my own reflection. It's very addictive to see yourself on camera. And finish up this sausage, which, you know, doesn't seem to have a liking to being, and seem to want to be punctured no matter how many times I mercilessly stab it. These containers are going to be really awkward because I'm going to get home and I'm going to have all these containers just sitting in a bag empty. A huge bag, 3 containers, all some degree of food waste in them. Obviously, the expectation is to recycle these things. You have to put them in the sink, and they take up all that space in the sink. You have to fill them up with soapy water and let them soak. And they just kind of sit there, and then if you don't have the entrepreneurial spirit to clean them up immediately, which I don't think I will, because I think these pancakes are going to make me very sleepy. I'm already tired. Now you just kind of hang out there, and then evening comes and you're cooking, like, oh, let's put this dish in the sink. Oh, no, wait, already occupied by a gigantic plastic container. So it's almost like I wish they just kind of, if they had like a paper container or something, at least. And some restaurants do. My last bite here. See, look how little I used. You know, it was the perfect amount for me consumptione. Now, like, what do I do with it? I have like all these odds and ends. I have like half a packet of dustless black pepper. don't know what to do here. Fuck. I'm spilling pepper everywhere. The good news is it's dustless. So it won't make the car any dustier than it already is. So I guess what I'm going to just do is put the syrup in the syrup. By that I meant the pancake container. And I guess I'll put the butter there too. I don't know if I'll end up using that butter ever again. I mean, that's just... It's a huge amount of butter. I mean, it's not really, but for me, based on my food consumption habits, it very much is a large amount of butter. Well, did that hit the spot? Yeah, it did. It wasn't as infamously Cracker Barrel as I have had pancake. Why? I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say. It isn't as pancake. It isn't as signature a meal. What the hell is in there? Sounds like you're have a fucking silverware set in there. Here we are. Get that for the yeah, it's me. Put that down on the floor. Run a swig of water over my lips and face. In the words of a former music composition teacher, I know I'm disgusting. As he was eating a Cadbury egg with one hand, barehanded, no napkin, no nothing, and he kind of had just pulled the Cadbury egg out of his backpack. Anyway. It's been pleasant sharing this mid-morn thing with y'all. Oh my god, I'm really short. But now I am headed back. It says it'll take me 40 minutes to get back to the house from here. So, yeah, 40 minutes. So that'll place me at home at 10. It'll probably be like 10:30 when I get home. You can see the sky is pregnant with turbulence yet to come. The windows are going up. There's a Cracker Barrel exterior shot for all the doubters who thought I was just eating imitation Cracker Barrel. No, the interesting thing about Cracker is that in Florida, I swear this shit didn't exist until I moved here. In Florida, the term cracker is actually like a demonym. So, I mean, not really anymore. Now we're all just white. But at one point in time, it was used to refer to white people who lived in Florida, because I guess the majority were Seminole Indians and blacks and Hispanics, or would you even have used the term Hispanics back then? Or just use Spaniards? Because I don't know how much mestizo population action was happening. Anyway, oh, so this is where the BJ's is. I've never really been up to this area for any substantial amount of time. Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, everybody. I'll see you on the other side. Hopefully of some positive MRI before E, but not after see you later. Ha 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 ha.